Man, unless they lose 15 minutes, we'll come back with it. Brax, the other complexity hype train?
I'm still confused.
Well, thank you for coming, Brax. Now let's go into the game, and you're really casted by Anthony and Mark.
And Grant.
Fuck off.
Thank you very much, panel. I am Android being joined by the wonderful Mod. How's it going?
Great. Couldn't be better.
Okay, but for real, I think Slack's actually, for once, was right. coL, probably the better overall team. They have a strategy. They know exactly what they need to do with it. While Onyx, it looks like they have the better heroes. The question is if they can actually stop the 20 to 30 minute push of complexity.
Alright, just quick for my panel, I got a question. Who was on this computer earlier? Because my mini-map icons are the size of planets.
That would be Zyori.
Alright, I think I'm going to very quickly toggle these down before we get into action.
Great. Yeah, huh?
There we go. Alright! Alright! So, we talked about Onyx having a better draft, and I do agree. I really like heroes. Who are you looking forward to watching the most?
Just Mason, every time. Every game Mason's in, I look for. We saw him just dominate the first two games. He's clearly, I would say, the best player in this whole lobby. Complexity being the better team, but I mean, Mason is just... Have you ever been top 3 to TI? I haven't.
I also have not.
Okay.
I'm very interested to see the matchup against Complexity here. Got our Wind Ranger. Slack's not too much of a fan. Let's see if there's going to be any snipes down here. Radiant bot side, you have Mason going wanting to snatch up this room, but Monkey's, he's staying hard. He's going to go ahead and get connected by a magic missile. Monkey's able to win right away, but that's going to be 3 rooms going on towards the dire side.
Oh no, they stole the other one too.
Oh god, they got
so they each stole each other's, which is interesting. That's gonna mean it's gonna be a tri-lane bottom from Dire. I didn't see this coming. And possible dual lane. Oh, Z-Freak's looking for the chicken, but oh, quick hands.
Micro that thing. That is a very interesting looking courier.
The Dubu special.
Mid lane, we've got initiation onto Abed, but just going to be keeping back. Obviously, Z-Freak in mid lane is going to help out cancel a lot on this Conka. How do you feel about cancel on mid Conka?
I think he's actually probably better than Attacker. He's probably the best mid Conka in the world, so he should. I mean, he should dominate this lane. Melee versus Conka is just a terror. For Abed, he's just going to pretty much be probably fairy, bottle crowing, and shockwaving. That's about it.
Alright, up top we've got Moo, going to be on that Lycan. We talked about the interaction between Troll and Lycan, but which core do you think is going to get nastier quicker?
Probably going to be the Lycan. Lycan obviously just comes online like Vlad's book 3, and he's just pretty much, he's not 6 slotted, but it feels like he is when he's switching down your towers. So as long as he has a good lane versus add-on, then he should be fine, but he's versus a dual lane, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Why don't we pause? Which team did it here?
I don't know. We've been talking about loot market for a little bit.
Oh, Mason is disconnected. That's about it.
Yeah.
Now just talking. I don't know, pause. He's crazy stuff. I don't know. Complexity, like, you want to discredit him because you don't think, like, I don't know. It feels like Melons is the one team out of the 4, like, the one captain out of the 4 who came into elimination mode with, like, set strategies. Like, he stayed up at night, broke stuff down, saw what other teams picked, and he actually has set strategies because they pick extremely quick and they always know what they want. So I probably favor Complexity in this, even if I think Onyx might have like a better late game lineup.
On top, Swizzle's channel gets that finally connects onto Ava, but again, Ava very difficult to harass back in lane. So focusing back towards mid, we've got Z-Freak helping out cancel, so there's going to be rotation in, at least for a little bit, from the Doom.
Yeah, Monkeys right now is having an extremely rough time. They're not rotating down to help him, so she's just going to be pushed back a ton. But mostly it just feels like Cancel's just dominating the middle. He's using you get the Tidebringer damage, you don't even use the Tidebringer when you deny creeps, and he already has 7 denies out of 8 creeps.
That is pretty phenomenal. This Magnus is going to be starved out just a little bit. How does Magnus catch up? Does he have to just bail out like Cal Jungle, or is he going to stick with it?
He might just, I think he just bottle crow and shockwave creeps, that's all you do. But with Z-Freak sitting here, he might have to do something different than that. And he had to figure out a health potion. He's not going to be able to get the bottle that quick. He didn't think Z-Freak was going to sit middle.
But this top lane, again, pretty difficult. The Abaddon to get exactly what he needs. The power engine from Demon can definitely change things up. Helen does have that split Earth if he needs to return this, and he's always ready to stun connects from that Lesh, and now move. He's ready to go all in. Howl popped out, but still not able to find any kills. It's gonna be slow going in here.
Yeah, I think that top lane, even though it's such a strange lane, what is it? Avernus and Spearbreaker. Well, Z3 comes and steals Rune. Avernus as well as Spearbreaker versus Lesh and Lycan. I mean, if Lesh hits another stun and they have Howl up, I mean, that's so much damage. But then you reverse Curse of Avernus and Apodic Shield. I think our just going to be a little bit slow going unless one team overcommits for a CS.
Yeah, I think we may see some action down bottom as, like you mentioned, monkeys. Those devices do was empty mana, but build it right back up and have that magic missile ready to go.
Yeah, true. Both, this feels like a lot like the first game we cast yesterday. Both teams are kind of doing what they want, besides maybe Abed middle. And I don't know who that favors more. They're chasing Move down top. Trying to.
So I'm gonna connect. Go back to the charge in. Like, could be in some trouble. He's had the Howl, but he cannot return this in any way. He's gotta run back under tower. So top lane's going real well for the Dire. Mid lane going phenomenally for the Radiant. Bottom lane, it's like not going too great. Monkeys had to bail out just for a little bit there. So yeah, at least a little bit going with the Dire right now.
And we've seen Mason with free farm. I think that's the scariest thing. So if they just keep letting him free farm bottom and on the off lane on Dire, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Ooh, top lane, we're going to fight for the Rune maybe? Oh, Dubu got it barely.
Dubu, he's got that Boots Iron Branch. And how supporty is Essential Spirit going to be? Is she eventually going to transition into more of those core items, or is it going to be hardcore wards all the way through?
It should be hardcore wards. I think they'd rather have Demon probably get like Tranquil Boots or something, and then they might be able to get back some items, but Dubu might play a harder support. I'm actually not sure.
Rotation from Z3, Magic Missile kind of beaten by monkeys, but that's going to be the end of the engage. Kunkka has been left alone throughout this entire thing, so his farm's starting to drop down just a little bit. So stay miles ahead of this madness.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing. Cancel. Top, they've been chasing Moon out a lot and Shield helping him out, but that's what you see. They both get each other low. He has another stun, but it's level 1. That's that.
It's all about catching him out right now, Moo. He's going to be fresh out of regen. He needs to buy some Tango. They're safe up for that Morgan Mask, but it's a long way off.
Yeah, now, Dubu has the invisibility room. He could make something happen. Cancel has one bottle charge and a fairy fire. That might be a kill, but he seems to be running. Now he's going middle now. This could be a kill. Yeah, never mind. He doesn't have skewer. I lied.
It's like Dubu's still going to try something. At least get in there and contest him.
Here goes the bottle crowing right now. Have to do that as Magnus, especially with cancel. Well, here we go. This might be.
Dubu's chilling. Alright. So not going to initiate there. Still no first blood here. 4.5 minutes into the game, but like I said, it's going to take a little while for this game to warm up, but I think once the blood starts flowing, it's going to get nasty. Mason gets hit by the shackle, doesn't latch for long enough. They've got that soul rip, it wouldn't do enough to control down.
Yep, now he has a health pot, so he's fine. If that would have latched, they're very well going to kill, because he has level 2 decay.
Alright, so everything kind of backing up. I mean, obviously our Kunkka is doing phenomenally thanks to Undying's help in the mid lane. Who else is really getting off to a fantastic start?
It's pretty much as Mason and Kunkka have the best start, and Moo is having a reasonably decent time because Swindle helped bail him out on that lane. Everyone's pretty much getting far.
Speaking of Swindle, it's going to get bashed, but just be able to walk away makes it far enough under tower. There's a TP in from Z-Freak, so Demon has to run away.
Yep. The top lane is going to be a little rough for right now because they popped their shrine super early, so 300-second cooldown now. So they might try moving more up there. Now they're charging on the move. He hasn't got a hit yet. There it is. Curse Avernus hit. This should be a kill.
Yeah, they've got that charge, and I don't have any more missiles. They don't have any more lockdown. Malak's going in. He's traveling up with 7, but it's going to be off the mark. First blood goes away Onyx, and now Melon's going to get picked off himself. Eats up the fairy fire. They've got vision from the wave of terror, and it's going to be Demon picking up that kill. They will get the return onto Abaddon, as he just spends a little bit too much time under tower range, but very well played Onyx there. Finally getting this match going.
Yeah, now you see why Abaddon's banned the NAC, and Onyx like Bowl using it. Like, they can just run at you. He has a shield, and he has a slow and attack speed increase, so you don't even need like damage on it. They just run at you and right-click you, and so does the Spirit Breaker. It's super good. I think Troll plus Abaddon could be a lot of single-target damage. They can do Roche almost earlier than Ursa can with that duo.
No, that's true. Demon going in, deep charge here. Looks like he's going to try to give it on to Moo. That's an ambitious charge. He's trying to contest some beautiful farm, keep them feeling a little bit unsafe every which way on the map. Mason's going to join the chase, but Moo's shaking under tower.
Yeah, but he got one bash there. He might have been in trouble. I'm sure like Swindle was already heading over there though, but Yeah, nothing too crazy. Obviously, Cancel's still in the best game, but with Kunkka, you need someone else for you. You need someone to set up like your X-Torrents with you. And Wind Ranger right now actually is reasonably farmed.
No. Up top, I mean, we see just how survivable this Abaddon is. He's kind of shield, he's walking right back into the creep wave. He's not scared of anything.
It's like not just hit a K spam as HP slowly gets lower and lower from all that. And Zephyr's just been moving around the map. He might not have gotten a kill or anything, but he's just been moving around the map, harassing all the lanes, and you can see the top CS is all on Radiant side mostly because of him.
Got a little bit of a rumble in the jungle happening bottom lane. He's ready to charge. He's gonna get one to Melon, get the bash to move on his way through. It looks like Troll joins in, throws out some axes. It's gonna get slowed, but right now Radiant, they're still looking to fight Demon. Doesn't have his charge up for 1 more second. He's gonna go for the TP out. Boat comes in. That's an easy pickup. Melon's gets the goal for that one.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, Onyx lost a hero there, but they had to commit 3 TPs down bottom, so Dyer's reasonably happy. Now Abed is the first time he's had a free lane. The Bola is still just farming up there, too. It's getting interesting. I think it depends how much farm Monkeys actually gets in this game. He's going to have to be the other person to help cancel.
Yeah, he's doing reasonably well now. He's had time to himself. He is about to get charged here. It's like, well, what's on his heels? What's pretty difficult to lock down a win runner. He's got the level 1 win run. Gonna go ahead and book it under that tier 1. Still being charged, but don't really know how much follow they're
Well, this could be a kill. She's pushed pretty far forward. Oh, she started running back just in time.
Got that win right now. She needs it. Demon's gonna connect with the bash and back off.
Yep. It's nothing big. I mean, they have that ward under the tower, so he's not afraid to charge in. He knows if someone TPs to Shrine or even tower. And now Bulba's just gonna bully him out of lane.
Yeah, I want to talk about this huge neutral stack going on here in this Dire top. It's getting pinged down by the Radiant right now. I mean, how quickly is Troll going to be able to clear that? Is that going to come out before Radiant are going to peek their nose in there?
We're going to find out. He just keeps pulling. I don't even think he meant to stack it that much. It's just because he's been pulling it. It's just stacking out. Like, well, I don't know what we do with this. And they get another stack. I mean, Shield plus Troll, I mean, they're going to have to commit a lot, even with the Magnus Maxium power.
Ooh, Monkeys gets caught out here. Pretty low health. Z3 comes in. He's doing what he can. Trying to keep that soul rate. Monkeys is going to be able to get back under the tower. Now, Demon's going to go for the TP. Power shot on the mark. They just don't have enough damage to get that Spear Breaker.
And by the way, I just took the stack while he was doing that. That was Demon bottom so much. He actually just took all of it. Wow, he is really farmed now. Like level 8.5 after how bad he was middle.
Yeah, I thought Troll was going to be able to get that, but I guess better clear it out quickly because Radiant, they got their eyes on it.
Yep. I'm not really sure he's going to make the first move. Like, Onyx has good sustainable team fight, but they don't want to start a team fight. They want you to go on someone, Bola TPs in, Dubu TPs in. Like they have a way more reactionary team wall. It looks like Complexity wants to run at you, but I think they're a smart enough team to know it's going to be rough, too.
I mean, Onyx has really decent initiation, especially with that Spear Breaker. We've seen him focus a lot up top, keeping Monkeys harassed. And it looks like Onyx are making a motion towards the bot lane, but they want to just push it in or actually look for blood.
Yep. And I still like the Magnus level 8 no ulti. Just max and Q and W. He knows he doesn't want to fight, he just wants to just farm up.
Yeah, that's all he needs, man. Going in for that early Echo Saber. Now Dubu's going to go ahead and bump it to cancel. Tosses out a missile, but it's going to hop right back into wave. That board should be taken out pretty quickly.
Yeah, Dubu should go down here. Nice dodge on the court, but I don't think it'll matter here.
Yeah, Ben just went a little too deep into Radiant territory. Popped out a ward, but this Sentry definitely getting their money's worth that bad.
Yep. And then classic Abaddon build, he's just going to go straight for the Vlads. I think that's when they start maybe grouping up as a 5-man team together.
Yeah, and that's when you can really start to benefit from this stuff. What is the ideal initiation like from Onyx? Like, who do they want to jump? How do they want to do it? What do they invest?
They want to take like unfair fights for themselves. Like, they want to charge someone in a lane where there aren't wards down. They just go in, get a pickup. But if it's an actual fight, I think they just have to wait for. I was gonna say Magnus to get BKB, but he's going Echo Saber, so I'm not sure. It's gonna have to be a random swap or stun somewhere on the map. But Onyx never is gonna fight 5-on-5. They lose every 5-on-5 until Abed actually has farm.
Smoke coming in. Cancel Smoke's gonna pop. They know Abed is somewhere around there. They help up to try to try and position themselves, but now Magnus knows what's going down. He's hugging that tower for dear life.
Yeah, and we expect there's nothing too crazy. Both teams can tell with what they're doing. which is always bad for one side because that's the only one team wins.
Top lane, Windrunner caught on her own. There was so much action mid that it's like Spirit Breaker was content to go for a pick out there. And they find themselves a tower again. Melons has that 3 points of Diabolic Edict pushes so quickly.
Yep, nice dodge by Abed there. He's level 10. He's saving a skewer horn ult. He still has a point. We're about to see what it is. Got pulled in. Nice. He gets out though.
He managed to get himself up onto the cliff, breaks down the trees, using the gallop to freedom. That is well deserved by the Magnus, just showing what a skilled player he is.
That was nice. Top lane. I mean, the monkey's forever kill. Now that Demon is level 6, like the wind run, if she doesn't start skilling it up, which she's not, because your other 2 skills are better, she's just going to die every time to that gank.
Yeah, that's something that can be repeated. Now, down bottom, Trolls continue to find a ton of refarm. Looking at the net worth chart, he's going to be topping it out at 5,100 already. Our Lycan is keeping up, but not quite at the same pace. But like you mentioned before, Lycan needs a little bit less to be ferocious. Now, Melon's going to go through, face check the Spirit Breaker, and not looking like the Radiant Wall to get through on this. They might be able to find a kill. In fact, they do pick up the Spirit Breaker, but it's going to come at a cost. Monkeys comes in power shot and focus fire to get onto Mason. But again, that shield needs to be so much work. Boo going to get munched down by Moo. Very last of his mana and last of his health. Going to continue this pursuit. Now, Monkeys is under tower, takes the stun from the Vengeful Spirit, but does end up living. It's going to be Z3 doing everything he can to keep his teammates alive. Unfortunately, he's still the Windrunner, but using that last little solar, they are able to find some return kill. Z3 is the hero of the Radiant side. They still got canceled in the fight, and it looks like that's going to be the 2 heroes that are able to go in, get what they want, and retreat. One fight for Complexity.
Yeah, that's exactly what Complexity wants. They have the Vlads up on Moo, he just clicks ulti, and then they just win the fight. That's exactly why. Complexity just has the better mid-game and early to mid-game, and it's going to be hard. Onyx wants to play reactionary, but it's just way too hard right now.
Yeah, definitely a curious initiation from our Kunkka and Leshrac, but it's working out. Complexity sitting a little bit ahead in terms of kill score, in terms of overall net worth. That fight, the actual lead.
That's what's gonna happen. He even passes Mason. Luckily, Mason Mother is the only person who did survive on the team, so he's still just farming. But if coL gets another fight like that and they get another 1 or 2 towers, they're just gonna snowball way too out of control. So Onyx, they have to pick their fight. They might just let the tier 1 drop top. I think it's smart.
Yeah, with Complexity's lineup, they have a 1 fight. If they have a couple great pickoffs, they can turn that into towers and object. Snap of a finger. Got so much push, especially with that Leshrac, with all the right click now coming monkeys. So it's dangerous. Onyx basically, you can't lose a fight and then defend their towers. They have to fully back.
I think the biggest thing though, Abed going for Blinks next, still about 2,000 gold away, but he'll be level 12, and with the max and power and the echoes, ton of damage just itself. That could be the big turning point for them. Charge middle though, we'll see if they do anything here.
Dubu's gonna put down a really nice ward, keeping the vision up, and Swindles is just way out there. Tombstone's gonna be popped down. Dubu looks to go toss out the stun, gets the wave of terror off as well. Now she's gonna get focused though. There's a shackle holding her place temporarily. Z-Freak, he's big, he's beefy, and he's gonna continue to move forward. Boat comes in, proccing the Abaddon's ult, but no other damage is gonna come. So Bulba's gotta do what he can to get some help back here. Demon gets low, Bulba's gonna get X back and focus. So once again, they sacrifice the track, but they can very easily pick a tower off of this enormously one fight.
Exactly, and the Z-Freak is, I'm after this game, I want to see his total healing. He saved like 2 heroes bottom, he saved a hero middle right now, saved himself, and now they're going to get actually 2 towers off of it. Melons, oh, they go for him bottom, but they don't get it. Now they're not even going to be able to get this tower because the Complexity back and defend it.
This is looking really good for Complexity so far. Getting those tiers down so early is going to be a huge advantage in the mid. But of course, with the change to the shrines, it's all about getting that first tier 3. We'll see when they're going to be able to grab that. Coming back in as it looks like Onyx want to keep fighting here. Very curious. Boat's going to come through. Torrent's going to come through. Hits on no one. And now it looks like Complexity are going to have that retreat call coming out.
But there wants to be a big fight. Moo is going to get spotted out by Bulba. Will anyone TP down there? They're looking. They're charging in. Oh, the stun barely misses on Demon. Are they going to want to go in? I don't know. He cancels almost out of everything.
Melons has still got his ult roll and just a fair amount of damage coming in. The RP, though, they've nailed down to Complexity, and there's no way they can get anywhere else for help. The rest of Complexity is going to back off. They don't want to tangle with this. Can't able to TP out, but that was Onyx showing some serious signs of life. I mentioned if they're not fighting 5-on-5, Onyx does have the upper hand.
Yeah, exactly. Onyx just wants to get those pickups with Spear Breaker. They should bottom tower because they already glyphed it when Mason was ulting at bottom, so they get 2 kills and a tower, and that's the biggest. Mason is getting a ton of gold. Abed's gonna have his blink in about, what, a minute or two, and that's when the game really starts for Onyx.
Absolutely. So complexity, I mean, what kind of time window are we looking at? How many more successful fights and tower pushes do they get before this Troll and this Magnus are going to be way out of control?
Depends. Lycan win Armlet. I honestly, if Complexity wins a fight past their river, they're going to take a Rax. It's only 17 minutes in, but this Lycan and you have the Windrunner are so far. They're good for the next 10 or 20 minutes. As long as they don't do anything stupid, Complexity is still running this game.
Definitely. Looking at the overall net worth, still about a 4,000 lead for them. Of course, that loss with the RP mid lane didn't help things. XP is actually in favor of Onyx. Have been just a little more spread out. You see Complexity wadding up. They're going to go take a quick Roche right now, but they've got to be mindful of their levels. Those skill trees are now shaking things up.
Oh, I like this. coL going for the aggressive Roche, and looks like they're just... Onyx doesn't have any clue. They're not even just getting what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a ward down here, but they didn't see any movement in towards the pit, so this should be a nice sneaky Roche for Complexity. And with this going to give him a little bit of confidence to maybe take a fight, keep initiating before the Troll gets his next big item.
They do give it to Moo, which is had surprise. I guess he is the most farmed, but I mean, he benefits the least from it. Howl's a long cooldown. If you die with your ulti, like you don't have your ult up anymore, I'm kind of strange they give it to Moo. I guess they just want him to cast ult and run at you middle, and that's about it. But Abed's going to fight Allen's, maybe.
He's just poking it right out of there. He sees 2 Radiant heroes and doesn't want to take the risk more waiting in the trees.
He does give away his blink right there, but I think he was assuming he'd have it soon.
Definitely not out of the ordinary Magnus to pick it up relatively early in the game, and now Mood is going to keep taking down these creeps. We are going to have Mason waiting in the wings, could just run at you. He's going in towards that Sanjin Yasha, the recently revived item. It's made Troll playable again. What do you think he's going to go for after the SNY?
Let's see. I think obviously MKB is always going to be good, especially against Windrunner, and just increase your damage so much with ult. Uh-oh, Mason's going to get out a little. He can't just TP because Monkey's here.
That's, I mean, a ballsy play from Troll. He went in, he tried to cut the wave and take a creep for himself, but obviously that gives Vision and Complexity are very able to go and capitalize off of that.
It's going to be a base push for sure now. Like, all they have to do is lose 1 hero on Complexity and push. Like, I don't know what Mason was doing right there.
I mean, there's definitely something I'm missing, but it's like by aggroing that creep wave, he just completely gave away a sneaky position. Ultimately, that spells his death for the next 30. Allen's has that Diabolic Edict rocked. It's going to cut rates. Going to start doing work in the towers. There is going to be Abed holding onto his RP. Bill's getting focused down, but look at the healing. Z-Freak is just the ambulance here, but it's going to be a triple man RP. Skewer back under tower. They've got everything they need to out of this. This is Onyx's fight. Dubu is still going to get chunked down. Z-Freak is still up and fighting, and they've got Moo with the Aegis in his ult form, trying to claw at everyone that walks past, and Demon will get focused down as well, and it looks like they're able to drag back Abed. Boat coming in. It's going to fly straight on through, missed as well, but now Mason's back up after that earlier death, and he can get at Moo. The armlet toggles are there. He's trying his best to live. Cancel. Control with the torrent. He's going to go into the trees and try to TP, but all the blink in from Abed just push back, and looks like it's leading the rest of the heroes after him. So good initiation by Complexity, but they just overstayed their welcome and didn't give enough value to the Troll running.
Abed has just been that. Oh, he's level 15 as well, the highest level in the game after losing middle. Like, I've noticed on his games where it's freedom when we're like, oh, both teams are content with farming. Abed was always 1 step ahead, and even in this game, like, somehow they're in kind of, I'd say they're losing this game, but Abed's still 1 step ahead, and we saw that 3-man ulti. The only problem was he wasted his Echo Saber hit on the Windrun Wind Ranger. Tries to go middle. If he didn't do that, they would have killed all 3 of them so quick, but hard to know. Melon's dead.
Just really far out on his own there. I mean, trying to go get a little bit solo XP and a bit of solo farm, but can't be that far on your own when you've got heroes on Onyx that thrive on little pickoffs like.
Now we're moving there. We can still just like win a fight or get a kill and push, but
do we? Once again, just plowing in deep here. This might be the second time we've seen Venge go and get killed in this situation. Oh, 1 more hit for Moo. Knocks her down. She was in that last millisecond.
The Echo Saber Lycan. I can't say I've actually seen this before, besides maybe in a pub. Usually you see the Deso, the Book 3, and the Assault Heroes, but He's just going full team fight because he knows they're actually going to need a fight.
Yeah, no priority on the book so far. He doesn't need those extra little creeps. He's content with his wolf.
That kind of goes back to, I forget who said on the panel, but the blind for Mason. Obviously, you want to summon wolves, make book creeps, but then you just run into the whirling axes of Mason and they're useless.
Now, down bottom, we do have 2 heroes waiting to jump. Abed, looking for a tasty snack, showing off that new blink dagger. The rest of Complexity, they're just pushing up past where Onyx are finna chase them.
Still have the Aegis on Lycan, not for much longer, but they do have it. Z-Freak, man, he has Mac level 3 Solar. He's been healed so much, but once those heals go down, feels like the rest of the team drops, so they just need coL needs to get a quick pickup on a hero, maybe back up and then reset the fight. Always make it 4v5.
Bulba trying to bait something out.
There's a Hyperstone too, alright.
Moo just gonna be eating the wave of terror right there. They want to go in, they want to initiate. Comes it onto Moo, but now Dubu just doesn't have that spell anymore. Z-Freak, he's gonna be focused down. He's trying to do what he can to keep himself alive, but now with him dead, oh, it's looking scary for Complexity. They're so reliant on those heals, and it looks like they may end up losing the Lycan at the very last second to be able to use it back in, and this is really scary. Cancel goes in, hits up the Torrent, is gonna miss. Don't have the range to go back in. The power shot immediately breaks the shield. Blink forward from Monkey. With a couple more hits, able to land a quick shackle, but he's going to get turned around upon. Demon charges in. They've got the X, and Monkey's is channeling up the power shot. Does a huge chunk of... They're able to get that flesh done as well. Mason, though, he's moving forward. Pops the ult with those range axes. On the Lesh, he's gonna get stumped up temporarily, but the armlet on the Kunkka can only do so much work.
Oh, no.
Bulba getting dragged back into the fight, doesn't have his ult, he's picked off, and now on the backlines we've got Dubu, but doesn't have enough mana for a stun. That's gonna be an eat for Complex. They're gonna turn this into a tower, most likely a full set of racks as well.
And that was pretty much Dubu died at the beginning of that fight. We didn't even notice. He went in on 3 of them at the back and just died. He didn't cast any spells, he just got killed. And it lost Onyx a 1 fight pretty much.
Yeah, when he respawned, it wasn't exactly the most ideal positioning there. Now, look at this Magnus focused down by the Torrent. He's trying to run himself away. You can just look at him galloping. He goes for the RP. He's angry. He's got to find something under the shrine. And it looks like Lesh is going to take damage. But the rest of Complexity now have a free path out if they can actually make their way to the low ground. It looks like Cancel and Monkeys are trying to do so. Monkeys takes one for the but the rest of the allies should be able to get out.
Wow, they didn't even take the tier. They didn't do anything to the tier 3. Really good defense from Onyx 4v5 there until the rest of them respawned.
That's now 2 times in a row where Complexity had a really won fight. They're pushing up to the high ground, but they don't get any towers for themselves. And they really need those tier 3s to be able to take out these shrines, take away a huge Roshan control point.
The biggest thing is pretty much what Light can do is push towers super early is the same thing what Control can do later. He just gets items, gets the spells, and he'll just destroy your base. Now we're approaching the time when if Onyx wins a team fight, they can just take racks as well. Both teams, they want to fight on the other team's side of the river, but right now Complexity got pushed back since they died.
I think a huge reason why fight wasn't 100% perfect for Complexity is that Z-Freak did go down so early on, and he's the sustain. He's definitely the ambulance for the team.
Oh god, and oh man, Abed's 1k away from a BKB, and by that time he'll be level 18 as well. I think Complexity has shown, though, the worst they've had is that like 3-man ulti top. As long as they just avoid that, which I definitely think they will now, they'll be fine. Interesting, this game got a lot more even than it was.
Yeah, looking at the overall net worth, it's back down to about 2,000 difference, and at 25 minutes in, that is not that significant at all. This can definitely go either way. I'd say Complexity is still riding their momentum off a couple of really nice one-team fights, though. Yep.
And Troll is going to have BK. They're going to have almost 3 BKB on Onyx. Fearbreaker getting one about 1,000 gold, too.
Ooh, definitely a huge priority right now for our Dire team.
Smoke Gang. Oh, Bulba.
Oh, Cancel Blink just scouts out the TP. You know, there's a little bit of free space going into the top lane, and that's going to give go ahead to rotate here in the bottom, feeling very safe.
Now, this is when it's super scary. Mason as well as Abed, both level 8. Both have decent items. In power, they just gets a 2 or 3-man skewer. They're just dead.
He also has a double damage rune still sitting in his bottle. That's going to pop pretty soon. That was an old pickup.
Veil on Lash. That's nice. Monkeys Forever got the Maelstrom first, then has the Blink. The problem is because she had to go for that Blink, which she did have to get. Like, she's really low on just team fight items in general.
I mean, Ags is getting worked on, still about 2,000 gold till that's fully online. And that's going to bring even more tower push potential. Look at this scan coming out from the Dire, though. They know there was at least some movement towards the Roche pit. Our next big 5-on-5 clash.
Oh, they have the charge up on Lycan. They have the shrine up. They need to start TPing now.
Blue's gonna go ahead, get focused. They got the wave of terror as well. His armor is just decimated, and look at him get blown up. Just monkeys the back. Z-Free out, but this is Onyx just asserting their dominance. They take down this tier 1 like it's nothing, and now Z-Freak's getting chased through the trees. He doesn't have anything to cut through here. He's gonna get cornered in. All of them might be able to find him. No, swap back. Dubu is able to get very safely behind him. Demon, though, is able to find Z-Freak. Z-Freak goes into his ult, puts down the tombstone. He's doing everything he can, but look at the RP. Ahmed from the back line finds what he's looking for, and it's going to be 3 heroes dead on out of complexity after a almost flawless fight from Onyx.
That was just hurt. They just didn't TP quick enough. Shrines and then monkeys. I'm surprised he committed that TP. And I was like, oh man, Mason wastes his BKB, but the continued fight just favors Onyx. They don't need like the big cooldowns like the other teams do. The other team does.
Oh, this is when Troll's starting to get really scary. When Abed actually put power, he's able to help out his Troll. This is ferocious right now. Troll is hitting fast, he's hitting hard, he has cleave. What do you do against a Troll like this?
Not very much, and if he does go MKB next, I think that's where the game ends, because somehow Bulba got an extremely quick Assault Cuirass on Abaddon, who's not known for flash farming, and now that he has the Vlad's Assault Cuirass, it's to have the whole team advantage.
Yeah, during that fight, we did see Cancel on the Kunkka push the top lane, maybe trying to go for some rat plays, but I don't think that's going to be Complexity's strong suit. I think their strong suit is fighting as 5. Ellen's going to go get focused, and he played a nice stun on the Abba. Vengeful Spirit Missile. We've still got Lycan up full health on the back of the fight, so if Ellen goes down, it's not detrimental. You've still got the damage. Mason BKB'd up. Looks like monkeys might still be able to fight him down, and looks like they can find him. They pop the agent. Meanwhile, you've got Moo still in his ult form, running around, popping down his wolves. They want to surround Mason as much as possible, and they will find a very important kill there. That is an ultra kill for Moo on this very nice use of ult.
It was just a really... Onyx just thought they were more in the lead than they did. They took a really strange fight. Z-Freak kept Swindles alive for like 10 extra seconds. Tombstone Mason was forced to pop a BKB just and Moo killed 3 people on the back end of it because of that.
Yeah, you just kept running them around while they were distracted by other things, and suddenly there's a Lycan biting you in the face.
This very well should be a Rax. They use the glyph. We're going to see supports come up, but I mean, supports do not do much for Cancel and Moo can just tank all of their damage.
RP is up, so Abed definitely looking for that initiation, but look at the back just melt. That's monkeys even before the Aghanim Scepter comes in.
Yikes.
Definitely yikes. Oh, the Shack. Complexity, they go in, they got exactly what they wanted, and now they're going to turn their attention immediately to the shrine around Roche.
Looks good job. They're like semi bring it down. Nope, they're gone. They're like, well, you can't heal it up. We'll come back and kill it later.
I mean, as soon as they Onyx, you gotta be scared, because you know there's a Spirit Breaker that could be hot on your ass.
It feels like Onyx just took a really bad fight there. They need to be a little more patient. They'll be fine. But Complexity, I mean, this is one of those teams that really capitalizes on... They're known for their team. People may be like, well, these guys aren't, like, better than, say, Weehaw Resolution, but they play as a team far better than any other team in N.
Well, you can see their 5-man is really strong. They've got very clear calls on who they're initiating on, what spells they're going to expend for them. And, of course, E-Freak just walking around keeping everyone alive.
If Moo just ults and goes in and they aim him, Z-Freak will just keep him alive. And now he's at 2.4k HP, 30 armor. Saying that's without an armlet on. Moo's just there now. They can't really focus him at all.
Yeah, he's going in for his MKB instead of going back for the books. I mean, just staying away from traditional Lycan builds, I guess.
Which is smart, because they need a team fight more, and I think Onyx can just kite around the book too much. So it's a good call.
Onyx definitely getting some momentum. Overall net worth is going to be in Complexity's favor, but XP is pretty close to even. Slight favor for the Dire.
MKB on Troll and about 500 gold.
God, that's scary.
Abed's going for looks like a Bloodthorn. Orchid first into Bloodthorn. Gonna have it pretty soon, actually.
A little bit of a, not a staple Magnus build, Is there any itemization that you're really not a fan of here? Is there anything you're like, I don't think that's super effective?
Everyone seems to be playing pretty much perfectly this game. Bulb is going back for a blade mill right now. He knows he's getting focused, so no, everyone's actually, this is like the best game I think we've seen in all series. Like, not just a one-sided stomp on each side.
Yeah, looking like a pub. We've got some crisp plays, lots of work, lots of good cohesive execution. But I'll say there's always the opportunity to throw, but. Right now, definitely some interesting plays happening. Onyx, I mean, they've got this huge... Got to capitalize on when complexity have weaknesses, but they're all up and they're all fighting together. You just can't jump.
But now that Abed's level 20 gets to 15% in power damage, which is just for the team, and they're going for this is a smoke on smoke action right here. Bulba's just running uphill.
I mean, Bulba can fly, and that's the strength. Bad is it doesn't really matter if he gets jumped on because he does have his borrowed time. And he needs the rest of his teammates to immediately jump in and back him up, and that's not the case, so Bulba does back out.
I think kind of tell how they're playing right now. Onyx feels like they're on their back foot and they want to make a play, but it's smart they didn't commit to a fight right there. While Complexity, they're going, that's another smoke right here. They're running in. Gets a wolf.
Moose Smoke is going to break, and now Bulba's going to ping him out. Back off call is, again, playing very, very safe. They can realize how detrimental these T-bites are. If Complexity go in and get one pick, they can turn that into a wipe, easily turn that into a full at Brax, so lots of strength required on the Dire side.
Now the support Spirit Breaker has BKB, can literally just charge in, click BKB. Launches right click Melon or Z Freak, like literally not even worry about the rest of all he has to do is just right clicked on him and he's happy with that. Kayed, out, they have the ward there obviously.
Cancel going in with some fun mid conka tricks, just say blink into the wave and X himself back, so feeling too scared of any initiation. I mean, if you're Onyx right now and you see Complexity continuing to just play as 5, not show any weakness, how do you initiate? Do you just turtle? Or do you have to Spirit Break or YOLO charge?
I think you just background and turtle like we see Mason doing. He's pushing down bottom lane, clearing out their jungle, now running back, but middle, maybe? Yeah.
You've got Bulba caught out in the zone. Looks like the call isn't to let Bulba just go down. Onyx are showing that they've got, a wall of heroes ready to go if they...
Next thing, both teams actually have a Solar Crest, which is way more open. Free game Solar Crest is just good again. We saw people stop using it for a while now. Free can do, but you just throw it on somebody and just the look of it, like, oh man, they have evasion and armor.
Yeah, this Poverty Venge, definitely getting that really good team item. She's sitting dead last on net worth, 4,300 for herself, but I guess if she can stay alive in the fight, if she can get out a really nice swap and isolate someone from the Complexity side, that is all what it's about.
Gonna try to take control of the map right now. Control the gems for really, and I guess Lycan, obviously super for Lycan Wolves, who's been doing a good job splitting them up, just seeing them in different lanes so they know where everyone's at, and now they can kill those wolves. They won't have complete control of the map. Now what Mason goes, I actually don't know. If I had to make a guess, I think it'd probably either be Scotty or possibly the lifesteal one. I always forget Satanic. I think it's probably gonna be one of those two on Mason because he has plenty of damage. He can do it. He just needs survivability now.
You think he'd switch out his boots or he just keep running at you? Because they've got initiation. Like, you can use Demon just to keep pushing on targets and keeping them locked down.
He could get a boots of trial if he really wants to start split pushing hard like bottom. He could be there right now.
I mean, he can clear a wave in like half a...
I honestly think he'll probably go Scotty next and then boots of travel. I think they just want that sustainability of all that.
Definitely got a big chunk of money saved up. Meanwhile, Lycan has gone for an MKB of his own. He's got that finish now. Things are going to be a little more spooky. Wave of Terror comes in.
Slotted. 36 minutes in, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some room for upgrade. Definitely up and fighting, and it's just kind of a standoff, looking for someone to be caught off guard, looking for Pickoff to come in, fighting 4v5, but neither team is giving that up.
The level 25 Lycan talent trees, that's... How did people complain about the Nature's Prophet +6 tree ants? There's a 2 wolves summoned. 15... That might legitimately be worse than the tree ends. Well, I guess he can howl on him at least. But yeah, that's strange. He'll definitely get the 15 second. That's actually such a big upgrade for him.
That is
compared to everyone else. 15 second on his ult is.
We saw what Lycan was able to do. I think there was only a level 2 ults the last time he was able to fight and pick up that ultra kill for himself, just going around nipping at everyone's heels, and he's just fast to stop.
Both teams pretty much moving around as 5. They're just farming. They don't want anything crazy to happen.
They don't want to touch each other. They just want to clear out the enemy jungle.
Oh, well, here we go. Smoke comes up. Boba kind of baiting.
I think that's just Bulba. He likes to be up in the front.
No, there has to be something going on. Maybe not. They might know, too. Like, why is Pink on the map with a gem by himself?
Yeah, there's a scan to reveal that at least a couple other heroes are behind him. Abed, be careful that his smoke doesn't get popped right now.
Oh, Moo. This could be a big kill if they find him, and they might find him here.
He's going to be charging up. He's trying to shapeshift, but he's just completely comboed down, and that was a use of ult before he went out. That is not great for our Lycan right now, and it's just going to be Monkeys saying, do I go in, do I back? And it looks like wrapped around upon Abed, able to ping out Z-Freak. Monkeys as well, going to be scouted in. Look at that! Oh, they're just playing hot potato with this poor undying Z-Freak can. He's still ripping up some health, but it won't be enough to keep him up and fighting. Swap back in as Monkeys is going to be focused out. They've got the M for evasion. Still for Mason. See what Onyx are.
Mace, they dropped that Lycan. His ult cast time didn't even get cast. He died so quickly to the ult of Troll Warlord and everyone just hitting him. And yep, this is pretty much it. Troll is turned into the late game Lycan. He's just going to push your base, and he can do it extremely quick if they punish you. And surprised they're not forcing anywhere, I guess, because middle's pushed. That melee barracks being down for complexity actually just saved them a racks of their own.
Yeah, they need to go back and address the push in, because you see Kunkka just trying to do that split push obnoxious thing, just go blink himself forward, X himself back, and he's pretty hard to get a hold of.
Wow, they have a full Scotty for Mason on the chicken, as well as the Bloodthorn for Abed. So I think this is their perfect timing right now.
Definitely about to get real nasty for complexity. I mean, what kind of high ground hold to complexity? They take the fights if Onyx brings them.
They hope Kunkka gets a crit with his Tidebringer and clears out the creeps, and they hope Onyx doesn't want to push. But I don't think Onyx needs in their base. They're just gonna have a troll right click everything, and they're fine. Especially with an Aegis.
He is doing very well for himself, almost at that level 25. Do you think he's gonna go for the magic resist just because of complexity you're putting out, or is the whirling axes worth it?
I think he was casting talked about this. He said whirling axe always better. And just because 20% magic resistance 25, you look at it, what do they have? Leshrac and Power Shot. Like, the magic resist doesn't do level 25 because we know Kunkka's Tidebringer is all physical, the magic resistance isn't that good, and then you get blind every 6 seconds is insane.
Yeah, it is going to be good, especially with Lycan using his ult to try to nip at you. Look how fast this tower goes down. That was Troll not even using his ult. He just built up Fervor stacks and he hits like a champion.
Yep, watch this. Oh man, they have a glyph. We're going to see after this how quick.
I mean, this thing is going down like a neutral. This is right now. We are going to see Cancel move forward. Try to shoot out that Tidebringer. There is going to be a bit of a shackle. They get the stun onto Bulba. They're going to be focusing on trying to tease out that ult. Meanwhile, Mason just going to town on your racks.
Pretty much like Bulba has an Aegis. He has ult plus E's, meaning he can never just be one-shotted through unless the Kunkka crit hits him.
And also, he really not of top priority to keep your Abba alive if your Troll is securing a full lane of racks.
Yeah, but look at middle lane. I mean, obviously he's going to fall, but the ranged racks falls again. They didn't defend it, which is... Complexity, they knew they were going to lose that rack, so they're not too mad. They're like, well, at least we got that. Complexity's looking for stragglers right now.
They're hunting around. See what they're going to be able to find. Looks like just going back, collect themselves.
I mean, I think it looks like Demon's going for Heaven's Hallbread as well as Bulba. Double Heaven's Hallbread, that should they actually do. And yeah, Troll gets exactly pretty much what he said. He went from Scotty into the Boots of Travel next, and I assume Satanic's going to be next after all that.
Yeah, just that raw sustainability of like you can't even touch. Like, he's not even gonna take BS that Satanic.
It's just gonna be super scary for Complexity. Now they kind of miss their 20 to 30 minute timing.
The good thing Complexity does have going for them is can actually latch a stun if they can get Leshrac to stomp on this Troll before he has time to react. And they've got at least potential to pick him off. They've got that little bit of lockdown, but it's getting tougher and tougher, especially with his BKB being used so early in these fights.
And in fact, I mean, when they did win those fights earlier, it's because the Invisible Wolves gave them the vision, like, behind enemy lines, but with the Jet Bulba, they have not. The Wolves have just been 40 gold. Here we go. They're just pushing to the base. They're just going to get this. Two, they know Glyph's not up, which is super for Onyx. They can actually push 2 lanes at once. This is super smart by Onyx. They know they're not. They know Bulba can't die. Right here, they go in, they try to do damage. They know Bulba can't die, and they know Mason can't die because he has the Aegis, and we have the cheese on Avernus, so they can push 2 lanes. Due to trouble now, they can just group up here.
Yep. All exterior structures are down except for this one shrine chilling in the Radiant Jungle, but I don't think that's going to be too enticing for Complexity right now. They're still feeling really panicked now. There we go. Shackle back in. They get the Torrent. They've locked down Troll in pretty much every way they can, but it's still going to result in a 2-man RP. Oh, Onyx, they are looking to end it all here. Moo trying to get something done for himself, but he's just going to get gone. Ellen's going down once again. Everyone on call is buying back if they've got it. They pop the Aegis, but that's about all they've gotten as a compilation prize so far. Z-Freak trying to do his best to keep it alive, but it's looking so tough right now. They do get down in the air. This is, if they can get Mason down here, this might just be a chance for Complexity. They're able to get that down. They get the gem for themselves as well, and Complexity actually holds. Shackle not hit on the Magnus, but they are still more than content with that fight. Not only do they keep their tier 3 and Rax alive, they get down in 8 Troll and the life. That was huge for Complexity. It cost all their buybacks. That's what they need.
Also, cheese on Abaddon. They didn't even do much of that tower. It seemed like, did Magnus get stunned, or did he just skewer super short? It felt like he could have taken him out way farther than he did, and I think that would have been super helpful, but they're just going to try to get wards down. Is that Z-Freaks too? No, they don't even have wards. They're just, these two are just moving around the jungle, maybe looking for a solo kill on Abed, which is a possibility.
No, I think what they're doing is they're waiting for the Lycan to push up the creep wave, and they're just trying to down this top tower. You can see them pinging it out. They're pushing to kind of wrap in from the bottom. They just need
No, they're just gonna backdoor it.
All right, they don't got backdoor yet. There we go. Fortify being put out, and that's actually a really nice way to use the now. Complexity aren't scared when they actually mount a high ground defense that up, but the Troll's gonna be back up in 30 seconds, and it's not looking like Complexity get their act together enough to actually capitalize on that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's really gonna come out of that. Just a really good defense from Complexity. You know, they had to blow buybacks. They kept their Tombstone alive for so long. Z-Freak just healed it. They kept stunning everyone. They couldn't bring it down. Those zombies stack up even this late in the game.
Undying doing his best. He's gonna grab in that Aghanim Scepter.
Love it.
Not a ultra staple for the Undying build.
It's so insane, especially at level 25. People, this is probably one of the least memey Aghanims in the game. Undying, plus you get the -2 cooldown, so you're stealing 10 strength every, without level 25, every 4 seconds. So say you get a 2-man, that's 20 strength you're stealing. You're stealing all their HP, doing damage, and then every 2, that's actually, it's super good, as long as he doesn't get stunned.
And Z-Freak's main priority is just he needs to stay alive himself so he can alive. Trying to hurt him up and keep him.
Mason is gonna have his, so he has enough for it. Is chicken out a little. They might just run to their secret shot. Looks like that's what they arrowed to.
Onyx just kind of staying back on their side of the map, clearing out their creeps, getting ready to mount another big fight.
Oh, middle lane can't try to cleave him down a little. Does some.
And Abba's not taking a whole lot of damage. He's got a Salt Cuirass and a Blade Mail if it's rough.
As they're like doing
Oh, swap in onto Moon. Got his BKB rolling, but he needs adequate. There's an RP going forward. Oh, they lose the Undying. They lose their heal. They might lose Sue as well. It looks like he won't turn back in. He is getting life steal for him. Now he's in that ghost form. Hansel left with his own devices. They are able to focus down monkeys. Hansel does hit the deck. All of Onyx are still alive. Lycan's just running back to his fountain with barely any health. He's got his armlet saving him, but that was not great for Complexity. They're going to lose their mid-racks here, potentially tier 4s as well.
I believe they're going to lose the game. And that was all. Abed actually had a fresh refresher there. Popped in, got a 2-man ult after that all happened, and
backdoor protection's down. They're just going to snap up some quick, potentially a GG coming their way.
You can't even get 2 or 3 man. first empowered troll with this much
Oh, look at that swap coming back forward. They need to over this like, and it looks like they should be able to do so.
No
He's
buyback.
dead. No buyback. The Kunk as well goes down, and that's the GG out of complexity. What a great turnaround from Team Onyx.
Yeah, exactly. And this felt like exactly what the panel and we said, like, dominate, like 20, 30 minute mark. They did. They got a Rax, but you let Mason and Abed free farm, and they're going to punish you with this draft. And that's exactly how the Dota should have gone, and it did.